Hello there, this is DBT, and these are the rules. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8. And today, as you can see on the title, oh, I think I just killed someone. As you can see in the title, I'm gonna go broke. That's right, I'm gonna spend all of my fusion coins, or most of my fusion coins, in buying some cars that I can barely afford. Because, oh man, finally, after months and months and months, the sale of cars has come back into the game. Now, in case you're not aware, there's obviously a certain amount of cars that are available in the garage for you to buy, and there's a bunch of cars that are normally hidden. Now, that used to be the case for a very long time, where there were a ton of cars that were just hidden. You could not get them by any means. They were, let's say, exclusive. But then at some point, the sales started to happen, and they would make available all of those cars that were hidden. The thing is that after a while, it became so much more often that you would see the sale than you wouldn't. The sales were on all the time, and we all got collectively used to having a ton of cars available to purchase pretty much at any given time. And that was fine and dandy, until it wasn't. Okay, so what happened here? Chiron 300 Plus beat me. I'm going to double boosted because, come on, it's Master Season, so why would I go boosted? You know, triple boosted. I have a ton of these boosters, I don't want to use my tuning kit, so there we go. So I'm starting with a little bit of multiplayer for the sake of having some races to go and make this interesting. So like I said, it was good until it wasn't, because we really got used to having a ton of cars being available to purchase, and you know, we could plan with, oh, there's that car I want to buy, so I'm gonna save fusion coins for the next, I don't know, however long, and then I'm gonna buy it. But then, GameLoft one day decided, you know what, the sales are over, and a bunch of cars started to get hidden in the garage. You couldn't get them anymore. And that has been the case for quite a while. I think this all began when GameLoft started focusing much more into rebalancing a ton of old cars, and that is when they stopped being available to purchase. So yeah, there were a ton of cars that a lot of people would have loved to get, but they were not available anymore. And like I said, it's been months since we got the last proper sale. Now the sale is back, where cars are being sold at discounted token price or at full fusion coins price. So for example, a car that normally would cost 20,000 tokens, which is honestly very difficult to get. Oh, look at that, a clean racer. I like it. Appreciate you, man. A car that is sold normally for 20,000 tokens, it's sold now at a discount price of 10,000 tokens or 4 million fusion coins. And obviously tokens are very difficult to get. Nice, clean race. I appreciate this Bugatti 300 Plus driver. Holy smokes, he was a clean driver, didn't try to knock me down. I love you for it, Mr. Loser. You're not a loser, you're a winner in my eye. Oh yeah. So anyway, purchasing for tokens is not all that realistic, because not a lot of people have a ton of tokens to spare. So the fact that they're being sold also for fusion coin is where we have the opportunity to buy cars that normally we wouldn't be able to. And oh boy, do I want to do that. I have some cars to buy. Now, I don't have a ton of resources. You have seen that I've been struggling. I did spend a lot. I don't remember. It's been, what, a couple of months or so that I spent pretty much all of my resources. I don't even remember in what. So I've been kind of poor lately. At the moment I have about, Jesus Christ. I have about 7 million fusion coins that I've been saving thanks to, you know, just the daily watching, and then also the rewards for multiplayer and all of that stuff, also from Gauntlet. So I have some decent amount of fusion coins, and I'm gonna spend most of it because, man, I want a couple of cars, and I was talking about it in Discord for quite a while, at least about one of them, and finally there's the opportunity to do it, and that is what we're gonna be doing today. Hey, I still got a second place in spite of that mess up. It's alright, not a terrible result. And yep, alright. Decent race. Everybody was triple boosted to it, except me, so I'll take that as a W. Oh yeah. So just to be a bit more visual with what I'm talking about, let's go into the garage. You go over here, go into this little icon, and that'll show you the cars that are available for sale. So for example, this is a terrible deal because the Aston Martin Vantage 2018 is a car that is normally sold for fusion coins, but they give you the option to buy it for a quote-unquote discounted token price. So supposedly normally would be sold for 3,000 tokens, now it's for 1,500. This is a bad deal. However, if you go into something like Class S, well, let's ignore this car for a second. Let's go into the Trion Nemesis. This is a car that is normally available to purchase for tokens for a price of 20,000, only that. But Thanks to the sale, you can buy it for 10,000 tokens or buy it for Fusion Coin, which is not available normally. So this is a car that you would need to spend a bunch of real money. If you want to know how much you would have to spend, let's go into the token packs. And you would have to spend about, how much is this? $100. $100 to get 20,000 tokens. That's how much you would normally have to spend in order to get that. So obviously that is not ideal. And now at 50% discount, it's only $50. Still, not worth to pay this. But you can actually buy it just for the 4 million Fusion Coins. Granted, it's not a small amount of Fusion Coins, but given that you can get 100,000 daily just by watching the 10 ads, this is not impossible to get. And that is indeed, like I said, how I've been able to continue increasing my amount of tokens out there. Now, before I tell you which one I want to buy, I want to show you the hot deal in case you're not aware. Because if you want to spend $50 in a car, don't buy any of this. Go here and buy the Chiron 300 Plus. I mean the Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus. Yep, it's being sold again for $50. Now, am I gonna get this? Absolutely not. I've said it a bunch of times. I don't really care for the Kings of Kings. I know that this is a great car. The acceleration is the best in the game. And yeah, even then, it's not interesting to me because I don't like this car. It has no color options, it's just another Chiron. There's already plenty Chirons in the game, so it's not attractive to me. But I understand that I am just this type of person that likes more the looks than the performance. But I know that there's people who like the performance and they want a top performer, and this is one of them. Now, am I recommending you to spend $50 to get this car? No. I'm saying that if you were wanting to spend a bunch of money and are in the market of spending $50 on random stuff in the game, this could be a good option. But I don't really recommend you just going for it. I'm just telling you that it's out there. It's still kind of pricey. $50 in one car in a virtual game. I mean, to be fair, I've spent more than that. It's a story that I've told some time ago, and maybe I'll tell again at some point. But anyway, for now, just wanted to give you that. What car do I want to buy? Well, actually, that brings me to this beauty. Oh yeah, the Aston Martin Vulcan. Why did I skip it a second ago? Well, because this car is a special situation. This is a car that is just straight up not available to purchase. Not for tokens, not for Fusion Coins. It's not available to purchase. Ever since it was rebalanced and got put into the 1860, it used to be 1820. And you could buy it for 20,000 tokens, something like that back then. But ever since it got rebalanced, it got removed from the garage. So you cannot buy it for tokens, you cannot buy it for Fusion Coins, you couldn't buy it, period. It's not even available in the Master Key, so this is a very, let's say, rare car nowadays. Now, there's a chance that it will be added back into the garage officially, perpetually, I don't know, maybe, but for the time being, this is your opportunity to get a car like this, and it's not the only one. Now, granted, it's only right now it's gonna show you the cars that I don't have. Obviously, there's more cars. If you don't have all of the Class S cars that I have, it will show you others. But for me, for example, there's the Triumph Nemesis that I show you, the Koenigsegg 101. These cars always sold for 20,000, but now you can buy it for 10 or for Fusion Coins. But for example, the Speedtail, I don't know about the Speedtail. I think the Speedtail is normally not available. So you could get it through this. Same thing with the Chiron Sports 110, which is, from what I understand, a really good Chiron. It's like the better version of the regular Chiron. Not as good, obviously, as the 300 Plus, but it's still a really, really good car. My problem with it is also that it doesn't have color options, so I don't love that. What else is out there? The Aston Martin V12. And granted, some of these cars you can get through the Master Key, which is honestly one thing that I have been considering for a while. With the Master Key, I had thought of maybe getting either the Triumph Nemesis, the Koenigsegg 101, or the Renault Sport RS01. Let me show you. So for me, on the Master Keys on Class S, these are the cars that I have available. The Vantage 2022. Hey, could you scroll? The Chiron, like I said, these are cars that are not on sale, but if you have a Master Key, you can get some of these cars. And for example, the Zembo, that one actually didn't show to be on sale, was it? Oh no, that's normally for 4 million? Okay, wasn't quite sure. Normally I said that you want to use Master Keys only on cars that are sold for tokens, and for that reason, I had 3 cars that I wanted to buy or get with the Master Key. One being the Triumph Nemesis, the other one being the Koenigsegg 101, and finally, the Renault Sport RS01. Like I said, I don't care for Kings, so I know that this is not a great performing car, so I don't care about it. But honestly, I just find it a little bit curious that this car is not on sale. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. You can see this is being sold for the regular price of the tokens, but it's not on sale. So I don't know if this means just that they didn't want to add this car, or if maybe, just maybe, this car is gonna be rebalanced. But overall, it's kind of curious to me, because I know that car, the Renault Sport RS01, there it is, it's a car that I got rebalanced some time ago, and it got moved into the top, sort of the top of this bracket, right at the low end of the top of the bracket, 1858. But I don't know, I have a feeling that this car eventually someday will get rebalanced, just following what Asphalt 9 did with this car, where it's a Class C or something. So I don't know, that's why I've always been on the fence, but I really like this car. You know that I like racing looking cars. And look at this thing, it's beautiful. But for that same reason, at the moment, I'm very not in the market to buy it, because man, if it gets rebalanced at some point and it gets put into a lower bracket, I would have hated to spend a master key on it. So I think a safer bet is go with a car that recently got rebalanced. So anyway, enough blabbering. What am I gonna buy? Well, it's actually the first one. It's a Class A car, and it's another one that is not available often. The McLaren 720S GT3X. This is a festival car that, I don't know, a few months ago. Festival or car hunt, whatever it was. And it has never been made available to purchase with any currency. It's not on the master key list. So this is a very, let's say for the time being at least, it's an exclusive car. And man, it's a big wing car. It's a racing car. I like it. I've been wanting to get this car. I actually thought of going premium back then when this festival happened, but I thought, hey, maybe I'll get it at some other point. And you know what? This is the moment. Yep, 2.5 million Fusion Coin. Goodbye. I'll miss you. But look at my new beauty. Oh yeah, baby! Now, how about we try it out in a quick race, because why not? Going against the AI, I'm going on booster. Come on, why would I waste boosters on this? I just want to look at the car a little bit, listen to it. Man, I really wanted to have this car. I'm glad that I have it now, even if it just cost me 2.5 million Fusion Coins. Now, I want to check the engine sound, because this is one that I'm not super familiar with. Like I said, I really haven't seen this car very much. What engine sound does this one have? I actually think... Oh boy, I can hear it. There's so many engine sounds going everywhere. It's difficult to hear what it is. Okay, there we go. Now I can hear it. I think it's the same engine sound that the McLaren P1 GTR has, right? I think so. It's a bit quiet. I don't love the fact that it's a little bit quiet, but overall, look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. You know that well, you should know if you watch my content, that I absolutely adore cars that are racing cars. Meaning they have a ton of aero, the big splitter, the big diffuser, the big wing, all of that good stuff. I really like this type of cars. So yeah, this is definitely one that I had putting my eye on for a bit, ever since it got released. It's just that I didn't really want to spend the $10 or however much it was for this car. While I do spend a little bit in car hunts nowadays, I suppose, or rather the festivals as they were known before, as I do spend from time to time in cars that I want to get, like that time that I got the Zembo TSRS not too long ago, because it's another car that has a ginormous wing and all of that. So I do spend from time to time, but I do put it a little bit in the balance. I don't like spending a lot. I don't like spending often in the game. So that's why I decided to not get this one. I'm like, I can live without it. But now that it's sold for Fusion Coins, of course I was gonna take the opportunity. Of course I would. And let's look at it for a second. Look at this thing. Oh yeah. All right, and that's how it crashes. Yeah, but... Oh man, I'm glad. And you know what's cool about this car? It has color options. Who would have known that they can actually add color options to cars? Huh, Game Loft? Very good. But anyway, so that was the first purchase that I wanted to do. 2.5 million Fusion Coins, gone. But I'll say, totally worth it. So like I said, I was thinking of where to use my master key for quite a while, and I'm still kind of debating it. One option being, again, the Renault Sport, the other one being the Koenigsegg 1.1, and the other one being the Triumph Nemesis. Now, from those three, the one that I like the least is the Triumph Nemesis. So it was really between the Renault Sport and the Koenigsegg 1.1. But there was one caveat that I put when I said what I wanted to use my key on. And I said, there's one car that if it comes on the key, I'm gonna get it. And forget about the Renault, forget about the Koenigsegg. What car was that? Was the one that I'm gonna buy. Not this. This. Oh man, I've been eyeing this car for so so damn long. I was kind of sad when it got put off sale after it got rebalanced because I'm like, oh man, I would love to get this. And it might not be a king. I actually hear that it has not amazing nitro, but look at this beauty. I've been enjoying more Aston Martins for quite a while. I didn't like them very much, but the more I've played with some of them and all, oh man, I really like them. And this, with this ginormous wing, also look at the colors available for this thing, it's pretty dope. Some of these token cars have this dual tone colors, and it's pretty dope. The original being the normal green, you can make it into black to be all stealthy, you can go into a very, very dark green. It reminds me a little bit of the Victor. By the way, the Victor and this car are actually built in real life from the same base of the 177, so they're kind of brothers in a way. You got the orange one, which I love. You got it in white, it looks pretty dope too. Got it in red, got it in yellow, and the one that I was showing you, this dual tone of some sort of purpley with blue. It's fantastic. It may not have decals, but it not matter. I have 4.7 million. Well, make that only 0.7 million, because now I'm the proud owner of a Vulcan. Oh yeah, baby! Finally, it is mine. Oh man, I'm so happy to finally be able to buy this. Now, yeah, I'm kind of poor, and I might end up selling a lot of parts in my inventory to make up, because I really don't like having so little fusion coins. So I'm gonna end up selling a bunch of parts. I have a ton to sell. I can sell all of my blue parts, all of my purple parts. Maybe I'll even sell my gold parts. I don't know. So that'll make up a little bit. I gotta see how much I can get from all of that and whatnot. But for the time being, I have a Vulcan, and how about we test it out in a quick race? So obviously having bought those two cars and becoming suddenly poor on fusion coins throws a wrench into the cars that I've been slowly working on to upgrade. So yeah, my upgrading of cars is gonna take a little bit of a pause. Fortunately, I do have enough cars to continue making videos of the protests and all of that. But yeah, this absolutely pauses my progress in the upgrading. But you know what? I think it's worth it. I really have been wanting to have this car for quite a while. Even before it got rebalanced, I had my eye on it just because of the ginormous wing. And now that I have it, oh yeah. Now it sounds like a Lamborghini V12. Can't hate it, though I am... Not that I don't like this sound or anything, but come on, I drive so many Lambos that I hear this engine sound all the time, so I wish I had a different one, but hey, you know what? I'm still not gonna complain. But just look at this thing. Look at this thing, man. And like I said, I think that it's not a king or anything. It's in the middle of the top of this bracket, being 1860, not being the lowest at 1858, not being the top at 1862. 64 I don't really count it because that's just an anomaly with the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. But either way, this is very much middle of the road, at least on the rank. And I hear that the performance is also middle of the road for a Class S. But middle of the road, it means that it's not terrible. So that already it's good enough for me. And I will at some point upgrade it. Will I ultimate upgrade it? I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I still have to think about it. I do have some cards that I had planned to use my oohs in. Oohs being the ultimate upgrade, because that's totally how it's pronounced. But yeah, man. Finally, this thing is mine. Oh yeah. And yeah, we'll see. At some point, I'll be able to use it in multiplayer. Maybe instead of ultimate upgrading it, I will MP tune it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I will have to think about it. Now that I'm poor on fusion coins, yeah, maybe it's a good moment to use another ultimate upgrade. I have to think about it. Or maybe, like I was saying, just sell my parts, since I need to save fusion coins anyway. I won't be able to upgrade, so I don't need the parts right now. So maybe over time, as I save fusion coins, I will also be getting more parts from the ad roulette. So maybe that will be my next move, selling a bunch of stuff and getting some of my fusion coins back. But man, I really wanted to have this thing. Look at it. It's so beautiful. So why don't you tell me in the comments, what are you thinking of buying? Are you gonna buy anything with your fusion coins? Maybe with tokens? Are you planning to purchase anything? This is a good opportunity. We don't know for how long this sale is gonna be out there. Probably, I would venture to say 1 week or 2 weeks approximately. And after that, maybe the cars will disappear again from the garage or from the sales. Maybe you won't be able to purchase it. So if you want, if you're aiming for a car, why don't you let me know in the comments? Let me know and I'll tell you what I think. Not that my opinion matters, but, you know, it's always fun to talk about what we're planning to do and whatnot. Well, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, you know what to do. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Check these other videos of Asphalt 7 and this other one about Asphalt 9. Good stuff. But that's all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and stay safe. Bye bye.